Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. and today we have a Dr. Insanity video. This is when rich people think they can't be arrested. Some rich people are really stupid. So we're gonna find out what's going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, subscribe button, comment, think down below. Let's go.
Money can change people, but what happens when girls are born into wealth and never understand that their actions have consequences?
Call my father. No. He owns the island.
Here are 3 examples of when rich girls thought they were above the law.
Thank God that girl's not here. I can't see that girl anymore. Oh my God, we got the one girl here again. This girl, we can't get away from this chick.
Starting in New Mexico, police were made aware of a black SUV driving erratically, almost hitting multiple other vehicles. Luckily, it wasn't too difficult for the cops to catch the driver, as her own ridiculous driving ended up getting her backed into a corner with barely any persuasion from the cops. However, when the cops went to identify the driver, they discovered the last thing they expected.
Well, my name's Officer Solomon with the House Police Department, okay? The reason I'm making contact with you is because we got a call in that you're intoxicated driving, okay? Obviously, when I saw you, you just drove onto a curb and almost struck a fence, okay? So I'm gonna need you to step out, okay?
The driver is clearly out of it and absolutely should not have been driving. However, the most interesting part of this case is that the woman in the car is actually the police sergeant's girlfriend. So the case had to be handed over to a different department due to a conflict of interest.
Fair.
And unfortunately for her, they weren't messing around.
You know it's against the law to be driving under the influence, correct?
So this is the police sergeant's girlfriend that has been arrested. So respectful, I appreciate the cops did this. They like, hey, we can't touch this. This too hard. We can't touch this. This is not our thing. We have to go get let's go get another police department to deal with this as a conflict of interest. Appreciate they did that and they didn't just immediately take over it and just tried to hide it. They're like, nope, this is their problem. They gotta deal with this, and they ain't playing around.
Okay, you do know that, right? So I don't know why you think you're above the law because of who you're dating. You're gonna get out of the car, I'm gonna have to pull you out. Okay, we're not playing a game like you did with the other officers. Okay? Are you gonna get out of the car?
What game are we playing?
I'm not playing any game with you. Are you gonna get out of the car? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
I have one out on garage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Really? Oh, what the f***?
You're gonna listen. You don't get any favors because who you're dating. You understand that? Don't resist.
I appreciate this thing. I don't know if that's actually what she thought. Probably was. Probably thought she'd get away with whatever because of who she's dating. Doesn't work with these officers. They'll please the police department. Who she's dating has nothing to do with them. And what? Nah. You don't get nothing from Judge who you're dating. Stupid ass is getting out of the damn car. You're going to jail.
I'm gonna stop. I can call all your shit, right?
21469.
Stop.
No.
Yeah, stop. You already messed up. Stop, man.
We're 15 one time.
You're not wrong.
Stop.
You're wrong. Stop.
But this isn't where the insanity ends.
Of course it
What
isn't.
could
Of course it isn't. It wasn't probably even the start of where the insanity is. The girl clearly ain't all there and ain't gonna be right.
possibly be worse than driving drunk through residential streets at rush hour? Doing exactly that, but with a baby in the car.
This stupid. Just wanna smack her right up in the face. Just smack. Stupid ass. Hell you doing driving like that with your baby in the car? I don't know if it's his, but I will assume it's her baby. And she got the baby in the car, her child probably in the car, and she driving like a damn erratic, goddamn crazy person. Possibly getting her or her damn baby kid. What the hell's wrong with her? Need some random woman just to fucking slap the taste out of my mouth.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know her issue.
I'm so embarrassed. I tried.
Was the child inside the car? You grabbed the car. You grabbed the kid?
Yeah, I watched him get the kid out of the car
Yeah, I did.
because I was pulling
Okay, get the child's information.
Yeah.
Are you? I guess your mom.
Grandma.
Grandma.
I had no clue.
Child.
Hello? Deputy Sanchez with the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Are you okay? Do you need medics to come see you? No. Okay. Okay, so they're gonna switch out the cuffs, okay?
The cops are trying to do everything they can to treat the woman with respect, but it seems she's just too snide and disrespectful to do the same back, as she immediately starts to pick fights with the officers.
Ready? You. Hey, no. Yeah, he told me. What?
I don't know why he would say that. Go ahead and get
He
up.
said he f***ed you.
I don't know why he would
as
say
a
that.
subordinate. Okay, let's go. Go
ahead and get up.
No. Get on. Don't do
Go
that.
ahead and get up.
Get on. No. Ahmad
Go
said
ahead
he
and-
f***ed you as
Go
your
ahead and get
subordinate.
up.
You're gonna catch more charges. Get up.
No, I don't give
Get
a
up.
f***.
Get up.
You know what?
I feel bad for the officer that's dating you. I feel bad for the officer that's dating this woman. Bless his soul that he gave your ass a chance. You do not. You are clearly just looking for fights. You saw a chick, a female officer, out of blue. I 100% believe out of thin air. You decided she had a problem with her. Probably, I think she even said she probably thinks her boyfriend's cheating on her with. She clearly is just not looking for fights.
Get on.
Get in there.
Watch your step. Ready? He told me he
Hey, get up.
Jasmine.
Hey, get up.
No, he told me.
Get up. Get in there.
He told. Get up. I will. You will not. Get in there.
That's enough.
Stop.
That's enough. Now knock it off. I'm not gonna tell you again. You're gonna knock it off. You're not gonna come out here and kick one of my deputies.
Thank you.
Are you gonna stop? Are you going to stop?
Thank you for the evidence.
Are you going to now stop? Get up.
No, thank you.
Sit up.
Thank you.
Sit up.
Sit up. No, thank you for the evidence. No, don't you
Get up. Get up.
Is your name drug evidence?
Huh?
She kicked.
Resisting like this has done nothing but add another charge to her already long list.
Yep.
The cops talk to a couple witnesses and search the car, but the most interesting part of the whole case comes back at the station, where she's made to take a blood alcohol level test. Remember, the woman was driving recklessly while allegedly drunk, carrying a baby on board. If she doesn't pass this, things don't look good for her position not only out of jail, but as a mother.
Please don't tell me this woman's sober. You're presenting this picture. Well, she probably should be like way over the limit. Why does part of me wonder if she's stone sober? Like she's just out of it.
So first of all, look, we're not going to argue. We can put you back in the unit and take you right to jail.
So
Okay.
we're the ones. She's just getting the door for us. She's just getting the door for us. We're just going there. We're going to do the test.
He's doing everything.
He's doing
It's
the
a
test.
conflict.
So I'm going to run the test, Desiree. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go.
He's running it. I'm going to do that.
She's
with him,
holding
so
the
you're
door for
good.
us.
Go ahead.
It's a conflict.
She's holding the door. He doesn't
I'm not
actually
gonna be
hold
in
the
there.
door.
He's just holding the door for us so we can go inside.
I can't do both. I can't.
If I
So-
don't pass this time,
You said you were going to take the test. Right now we're here. Now it's time to take the test,
I'm
okay?
telling you, if I
Desiree.
fail, I will not have my
Okay,
kid.
if the machine tones out, we're going to take it as a refusal and we're just going to take you right over to the jail. Big blow.
Just take a big deep breath and blow.
Breathe in real big. Keep going.
Please, Victor.
We still need this second test before we can figure everything out. So in a second, you're going to do the same thing you did already.
The woman's blood alcohol level came back to a 0.36%.
Oh my god! Okay, never mind. I'm glad it was that. I'd rather that than at least she has an excuse for it. Like she drunk as shit. She's. Oh wait, 16, 24. She's like 4 times the legal limit.
4.5 times.
Yeah, 4.5 times over the legal limit. Oh my god. This woman. I'm surprised she's more thing than she is. I'm especially more aware of her surroundings than she is.
Over the legal limit, and by all accounts, an extremely dangerous level to be at.
100%.
Almost all of the charts available show that anything over 0.3% can be deadly. The risk of blood alcohol poisoning and
That's what I'm saying. How is she? I'm surprised she's as fine as she is. I'm surprised she's as aware and she's able to walk in and she's able to do anything as she is. How is she so okay? Like, that's insane.
Even a coma is extremely high, and frankly, it's a miracle that she's still even conscious. At this point, it's not even just about punishing her for the immense amount of danger she put herself, the public, and her baby in, but it's also about keeping her safe. But even with this in mind, she's still not ready to cooperate.
Where are we going?
To the jail.
I don't want to.
Well, we have to.
I want to go home.
So Desiree, we're gonna go now.
If we go home, I'm gonna press charges on you.
Okay, that's fine.
Especially because I have evidence.
Okay, that's fine.
Come on, we have to take you to the jail.
No.
Stop that.
Yeah.
None of that needs to
Yeah.
happen right now.
No.
Okay, no, it doesn't. So we're gonna escort you if you don't stand up. Yes, we are.
I'm gonna be another victim.
You're not
No.
a victim.
All right, Sanchez. He told me everything. No, he told me everything.
Okay. I don't have a good one either.
He told me he her.
Okay, and that's their
before
business, so
drug
stop.
evidence. No, I'm not gonna stop. No.
Go to
I
sit.
will have the whole case. No.
You're about to catch another.
Okay, so we're gonna put you in there if you don't go in there. Desiree, you need to listen.
Victor, take me home.
No, can't do that.
Victor.
So listen, you're gonna listen now, Desiree.
All right.
Let's go.
Have a seat, Desiree.
Let's
Now,
go.
listen, Floras. I can't listen to you. Wait.
Put your legs in, Desiree. Desiree, I'm gonna go around and put you in.
Desiree,
Okay.
just get in there. Shut the up. Just get in there.
It's easier if you follow the instruction and come out.
I'm just telling you I can't.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you one more time.
Why can't you? Are you intoxicated at this time? No? Okay, we'll help you. Come on. Scoot
The
that way.
officers are willing to help you, so I suggest
The
you go that way.
officers?
For the
I'm
third
not
time, I'm
gonna get
asking you,
off.
are you gonna get off? No? I need you to get
Hey! Ow! Come on. Ow! Stand up. Come on.
After receiving medical attention, the woman was charged with aggravated DWI, abuse of a child, 2 counts of battery on an officer, 3 counts of resisting, obstructing an officer, and multiple other driving and misbehavior charges. The only thing it feels like she...
8, so hold on. Aggravated DWI, abuse of a child, 2. 4, for 2 counts of battery on an officer, and 8 counts just confirmed. No, 9, because obstructing an officer. 9 confirmed, and multiple other. She had like at least over a dozen charges on her. Also, by the way, I'm just gonna say, you can't press charges on a woman for having sex with someone. I know that she was angry that apparently, allegedly, her boyfriend cheated on her with that woman. That's not a crime. It's just fucked up, but it's not a crime. What she did was a crime. What this woman did, Desiree did, was a crime.
She didn't do was attempt to run away after her arrest, but luckily, this girl had her covered on that front.
Stop! Hi, how you doing?
Was I speeding?
No, you weren't speeding. You don't have your back lights on.
They don't turn on. They're automatic. These
Okay.
are auto lights that come on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's on right now.
Okay.
It only...
You don't have any way to turn them on?
My back lights?
Yeah, so like a lot
When
of
I
times...
brake?
No, like your tail lights just aren't on at all. So when you brake your lights will activate, but like when you're just driving on the road regularly.
These are just auto lights. I don't really
Yeah.
know how to fix that.
Already the way this girl is talking is a little suspicious. She seems louder than you'd expect and occasionally talks over the officer without realizing it, but it's a little too early to call at this point. However, after just a couple minutes, the cop notices an all too familiar scent in the car.
And have you guys been drinking?
No.
No, nobody's been drinking at all?
She
Okay.
just got off at Jim's.
Okay, it smells like alcohol in the car, that's why I'm asking. Okay. So if
We don't have any alcohol in the car.
I know. I'm saying if you have been drinking, it smells like somebody's been drinking. So that's why I'm asking.
Okay.
All right. So you haven't had, none of you have had anything
We
to
were
drink?
at a party.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, just give me 1 sec. I'm going to be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
You could tell that they're the ones in the one in the back seat's drunk for sure. And I tried to explain to the driver that I was like, somebody's been drinking in this car. And they're like, no, we haven't been drinking. So.
They refuse
And then-
ambulance or something?
No, I didn't even ask because they just kept going off on, they kept telling me a bunch of stupid information that I didn't need to know, and the chick was like, oh, well, I don't have my ID on me, so she gave me her name and date of birth. Yeah.
In this situation, it would have been far smarter for the girls in the back to admit they were drunk, as all lying did was make the cops suspicious. Remember, drinking is not a crime of its own, but driving drunk is. So if the scent was coming from the girls in the back, that would explain everything. But now the cop is worried.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you just go, oh yeah, these two, we picked them, like you literally say, yeah, we just picked these two girls up from a thing, apparently they were drinking, we had to pick them up because we obviously don't want that stupid ass driving. That's it. That's it. Clearly they're drunk. I literally, you look at those two in the back, you say, clearly tell they're drunk. I mean, we picked them up, us two are fine. You know. But because you may say nobody's been drinking, when they've obviously been drinking, now he thinks all of you have been drinking, and probably all of you have. That's why.
That the driver is lying too, and heads back to see if he's right.
So, JD, you said you had nothing to drink tonight, right?
No.
Okay. Would you mind just doing a few tests for me to see?
None of us, but you pulled me over for lights. Isn't that a warning?
No, it can be a ticket.
I've gotten pulled over for my lights not being on, and I've sworn every time that's a warning.
It's a violation, so you can write somebody a ticket for it.
So my lights didn't come on in the back?
I explained that to you. They weren't on.
What is that, like, what do you mean by lights?
Your lights were not on in the back.
When
that means
braked?
that nobody could see you when you were driving down the road if they were behind you. Okay, you haven't had anything to drink, right?
No. I mean...
Hold on, I need to see if this goes what I'm thinking of. Well, this is way more than 3 cases, despite if I can only show 3.
We went to a party, but I don't think that anything that we were like containing or anything like that has us under the influence as being drunk.
Okay.
Now that's a convincing argument, but the cop still has to do his due diligence and put her through the same field sobriety tests which you've all likely seen before. The horizontal gaze test, the walk and turn, and the one-leg stand. But when he finds out the driver was only 20 years old, he realizes he has to head to the breathalyzer test. Remember, anyone under the age of 21 is prohibited from drinking at all before driving, so she has to blow absolute zero in order to head home tonight. But the officers could have never expected this turn of events.
Right. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very nervous. I just peed my pants.
Okay. What? Don't tell, I didn't need to know that. I didn't need to know that. Why'd you tell me that? I didn't need to know that you did that. That just makes you look way worse. Don't tell people that. Don't tell anyone that, even if that's a lie. Don't even try to lie with that. That's just weird. Why would you tell people that? No. Keep that to yourself.
Is it possible I can go to the bathroom or just be behind a bush very fast?
There's no restroom open.
Alright, so do me a favor. Alright.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's alright.
I really have to go to the bathroom.
It's okay. Alright. Can you just blow into this until it clicks? No, hang on. Just a nice steady breath, okay? Alright, go ahead. Alright, hang on. You gotta.
I'm sorry, I'm literally going to the bathroom right now.
So, I can give you a second.
Can I just go pee? Really? You can come with me. You can literally come with me. I don't care, but I really have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, I mean, if you absolutely can't hold it, we can make that work, I guess.
She can come with me, but I'm literally peeing my pants right now.
Okay, alright, she can go with you.
A couple minutes later, the girl returns to finally take the breathalyzer test.
We'll get this set up again for you.
Okay.
Yeah, just blow in this nice steady breath until it clicks, okay?
Did it click?
Yep. You're at a 0.103. Okay.
0.103, what does that mean? Under 0.8?
That means you're over the legal limit.
Okay.
Okay, so you do have to be placed under arrest.
Okay.
Okay? Just put your
So
hands behind your back.
Are you gonna take them home?
They're getting picked up. So.
Okay.
Okay. I appreciate you being cooperative.
Yep.
After blowing just over the legal limit, the girl is placed under arrest and the cop thanks her for being cooperative. But it seems that he may have spoken too soon, because just moments later, for some absurd reason, she does this.
Is it possible you can come pee with me again?
What's that?
I don't need a female officer to watch me. I don't want to pee my pants again. Will you come with me?
Hang on, don't get out. Don't get out. There's a car coming. Stop! No! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Stop!
Hey, 6, we got one taking off on us. He's trying to drive away.
Why did this woman think this was a good idea? Honestly, why did you think this was a good idea? I'm dead set. Why did you think? I don't get it. Why did you think this was a good idea? You ran away. What did you think was gonna happen? You thought they'd just be nice to you? What's wrong with you? Stupid. This woman's just plain stupid.
Get out of the car!
Get out of the car!
You're gonna get tased!
Get out of the car.
Okay.
You're gonna get fucking...
Okay. Ow! 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 Ow!
Okay.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Where's your body cam?
I don't know.
It's impossible to know what's going through somebody's mind when they do things like this, because all the girl did was take this from a little embarrassing to downright humiliating. She was dragged out of her own car in handcuffs in front of all her friends. For the next 5 minutes, she sat on the ground complaining about various injuries she apparently sustained in the scuffle. But when the EMT arrived, they concluded she was in perfect health. So instead of driving back home that night, she was taken to the police station where she was charged with felony aggravated battery, resisting an officer, DUI, and attempting to elude an officer. She was sentenced to 92 days in jail and 2 years of probation. But at least she went quiet after being put in cuffs for good. This next woman was so entitled.
I can't watch this woman again. I can't watch this woman again. I'm sorry, I'm not watching this woman again. I hate this. I'm not watching this woman again. I'm sorry, I had to skip it. I have to. I can't watch that woman again. This woman annoys me too damn much. I probably shouldn't watch this one either, but... Oh, God.
The suspect, somebody much, much worse, showed up.
Dad! Dad!
You know what you've done with your word, Jim.
On February 21st, 2022, police pulled over a Tesla after receiving...
I'm sorry for skipping that one, but the last one annoys me so much. It's on almost every entitled video. It's on every single video. I just got sick of it. I'm sick of that one. This one I'm also sick of, but I won't skip this one too. I'm sick of this one too. And can we stop putting these in every single freaking video? Can we just stop?
A reckless driving report, but it was clear the driver had no intention of sticking around to get their ticket.
Hey! Hey! 511 Teslas just took off. Turn off the vehicle! Sheriff's office!
I've watched this too many times to say anything, so this is gonna be the one I'm not really paying attention to.
The Tesla decides to pull over at this stop sign instead. The driver then starts to talk with the officer, but it's clear she's more than a little confused.
Hold that! Stay in the f***ing vehicle! 511, she's getting out. What is the limit? Come here. Come here. Stand in front of my patrol vehicle right now. Right now. Ma'am!
Sorry, what are you accusing me of?
Ma'am?
Yeah?
You need to come over here right now.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to. You're running from me.
I did not. I'm right here.
This is already one of the strangest traffic stops this officer will have ever made, and it's only about to get weirder.
511, she's refusing to comply. Get out of the vehicle.
You got me. stuff, bro. I own this.
Actively resisting. Get out of the... Get out of the vehicle! She's taking off! 5111, I'm in pursuit again.
That's all I'm gonna say. This. Remember the time? Remember the first one? Where I said I wish the woman would just slap the chick. This one, I wish someone would slap. This girl, I wish someone would slap consistently, like over and over again, just multiple times. Because this girl's just the stupidest human being I've ever met. I've ever seen. I mean, not met. I haven't met her, thankfully.
We're stopped again. Turn off the vehicle! Sheriff's office!
Stop me over. Oh my God, Dad! They're arresting
Stop
me!
resisting!
No, dude! What are you doing?
Don't fucking resist.
What are you doing, dude? You didn't even know me. Dad, they're arresting me!
Get on your
Dad! They have me on the floor! Dad! I don't know what I did! What am I doing?
Footage like this can often feel distressing, until you realize it's caused by nothing other than the suspect's own incompetence. This girl intentionally ignored order after order from the officer and fled the scene multiple times. If she doesn't know what she did wrong, that's entirely her fault.
It's cause she's stupid! She's put this woman as the poster chick for stupid. She isn't the worst. The worst will still always be the woman who thinks she doesn't smoke marijuana universally. That is always one of the stupidest lines I've ever heard in my life. But this goes about the definition of stupid in every single form or fashion.
Maybe that's the reason she's screaming for her father so much, something she continues to do long after being detained.
No, this is what happens when you flee and then you kick me.
I didn't flee and I didn't kick you.
So those lights and sirens mean nothing? We're just out
Can
here.
I call my father?
No.
He owns the island.
5111, you can release the air.
Call my father.
I'm not calling your dad.
Then what are you gonna do?
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, 24, we don't need to call your dad.
You could have killed someone.
Yes, you could
Yeah, I could have killed you too, but you're alive, right?
Something is clearly very wrong with this girl. Whether it's alcohol, drugs, or simply an incredibly corrupt worldview, the cops aren't sure, but they're bent on finding out.
What's happening?
I have she's sick one, I can smell it.
Yeah, I know.
What did I do?
You ran from me.
You ran. Two.
Ran from what?
Him. How much? You know what? I'm not even going to ask you any questions. All right, you got her. I'm going to go ahead and pat her down.
Yeah.
Please call my dad.
No. Listen.
No, I need my dad here before you do anything to me.
No, that's not how this works. You're 24 years old. Turn around.
I don't care.
Do you want to participate in standard field sobriety exercises to dispel my belief that you're driving under the influence?
Yes, of course I'm not. I'm not driving.
Ma'am, you need to listen to me.
I've been clean for 3 years.
All the signs are pointing to a break in this girl's sobriety streak. She's confused, distressed, and almost delirious. Just take a look at her expression and behavior as the cop tries to explain how horribly she's been acting.
Ma'am, the amount of lives that you just put at risk is ridiculous, okay? I have no sympathy for you right now. You could have easily killed someone. There are little kids that live in this neighborhood. The fact that you would run from me...
Walk up on him like that again.
You do not know how lucky you are you didn't kill someone.
That's how you got your empathy, right?
Alright, I don't know if we can do it, but she's resisting.
Yeah, no. Dad!
Despite briefly turning into a zombie, she's still able to yell for her father, who miraculously has now decided to turn up. But before they're able to talk to him...
Here's what I feel happened. With the dad, the dad probably knows what happened, right? He knows, listen, ain't no way she's being arrested for no reason, right? He's smart enough to this is one smart dad. He knows she ain't me. He goes, okay, I'm gonna take my time here. I'll go to where they're being arrested. I'll make my way there. I'll I'll figure this, and then, you know, we'll see what happens, but I have a feeling I ain't gonna be able to help my daughter here. So, but I'll go there, because I know she keeps screaming for me, so clearly she's gonna not let call up and tell him there.
They want to secure the girl in their patrol vehicle, a task that turned out to be much harder than they expected.
Get in.
Dad!
We got resisting violence.
You didn't tell me why you're bringing me in the car.
Because you were going to jail.
Why?
Jesus Christ. Are you going to calm down if you talk to your dad?
Yes. Please let me talk to my dad. Please. Let me talk to my dad. Please.
She's obviously not going down easy, so the cops decide to finally let her talk to her dad to calm her down. But things went down totally differently to what they expected.
But why are they?
Copy 72-745
You've been drinking, and you were speeding.
And
now the way you've acted, you've gotten yourself in a deep hole, and they're going to take you to jail. Calm down.
Huh?
There's nothing I can do.
Just CYA.
Calm down. I'll get down there and see you when I can. I'll try to get down there tonight. But you can't start acting out. It's just going to get worse.
What did I do?
You know what you've done.
Dad, why are they upset?
You don't need to ask why. You don't need to do anything except know that you're going to jail and we'll deal with this tomorrow. Stop.
Why am I going to jail?
Because you were speeding, you ran stop signs.
Where was I speeding?
Well, that's probably
1429.
Well, do they know?
Often these rich entitled kids are the way they are because of their irresponsible parents. But with a father that acts like this, it's difficult to imagine how she ended up this way. Either way, after a conversation with her father, the girl calmed down and was taken to jail, where she was slapped with charges for DUI, reckless driving, fleeing police, and resisting arrest with violence. There seems to be a common trait of these entitled girls driving drunk, because that's exactly what this next girl got caught doing. But she did a much worse job of hiding it.
Oh my god, this is the girl that is yelling for the sake of yelling. Someone walked, like the pure existence of her is what. She is screaming so loudly, this chick, that she like, I think, it flabbergasted me when I first heard this.
Stop screaming.
They tell him to give me my phone. You know who the f I am. We have dealt with this shit. Give me my phone.
Stop screaming, ma'am.
Okay, well, tell him to stop f***ing with me. Leave me alone. I hear your dog. I know who the f*** you are.
Okay, well,
trust me.
Who am I then?
Then you I've dealt with you and your partner when you dealt with.
Screaming right
okay, then tell him to leave me the f alone.
This girl was approached by a bar owner after he spotted her trying to drive away after drinking far too much. As you can tell, she was not too happy with this and started to get extremely angry with the owner, who proceeded to call the cops.
You're not going to drive.
So who's going to drive me?
I don't know. You need to get an Uber or something like that.
You want to follow?
You're not going to drive.
I'm not drunk at all. Do you want to follow me home?
No, I can smell the alcohol coming off.
Why don't you follow me home? We've already dealt with each other before. Just follow me home.
Well, you're under the influence, and we're not going to follow you home. You need to find a ride.
This is ridiculous, dude. This is hilarious. No, I'm going to get my phone. I'm trying to get my phone.
You just about fell into me.
No, I didn't. I'm going to get my phone.
Okay.
Is that okay? Or are you going to shoot me? Are you going to shoot me?
Your keys aren't in there. Okay.
My keys are not in there. Are you going to shoot me when I get my phone on that shit?
Put your hand behind
your back. Behind my back for what?
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct. Persistent.
Arrest me. You try to arrest me.
Right now.
Arrest me then. Arrest me.
You are under arrest.
Arrest me. Please arrest me.
This girl went down much easier, but continued to kick off after being put in cuffs.
Have a seat in there. Have a seat.
Have a seat. No, not until I know.
No. Right now you're under arrest, okay? You need to have a charge for resisting arrest.
Hey, Jim.
Get in the car.
Get more 1-3.
Get in the
1-3.
If you get in the car, you can tell him.
Stay over there. Okay.
Put your feet
We'll talk to you in a second. Just hang out up there.
Put your feet in.
Watch your knees.
No, not until I know when I can get. Not until I know when I can get my
Put your feet
I don't care.
After being taken back to the station, the girl was charged with disorderly conduct and taken to court where she pleaded guilty. She was fined $100 for the trouble she caused. At least she didn't end up becoming violent though, a stark contrast to the actions of this girl.
Nope, we've seen this one before. We saw this one too many times. We're not doing with this one again. We'll move on to the next one. I'm sorry. Listen, I have my limit with certain things. That one, there's a few I've had my limit with. And I think from now on, if I see those, like, this drunk girl, the last one, this girl, if I see this girl, the fucking girl who needs her dad, and the one at the airport, I'm gonna skip them all back because I'm tired of that shit. So we're gonna move on to the next one.
She ended up murdering her own boyfriend.
What?
On the 3rd of April, 2022, Miami police received a terrifying phone call.
I can't feel my arm. I can't feel my arm. Oh, my boyfriend is dying of a stab. Ma'am, what is the address? 134 Northeast 7th Ave. Baby, I'm so sorry.
27-year-old Christian Toby Abumseli was bleeding out in his girlfriend's lap with a brutal stab wound to the chest. When police arrived, pools of blood were found all over the apartment, and Toby was barely clinging to life. OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny had met Toby back in 2020. The two seemed to be deeply in love, but behind closed doors, things were completely different. The couple were known to have violent fights, and the police were even called multiple times to their apartment. But their biggest argument would take place in April of 2022 and result in Toby bleeding out and begging for his life. Courtney told police she had nothing to do with it, but police thought differently. So she was brought in for questioning, and a 5-hour-long interrogation began.
My apologies for being absolutely covered in blood.
Listen, you don't have to apologize, okay? I completely understand. Alright? Things happen, and you can't control it. Okay? How long have you guys been together?
About 2 years. A year and a half to 2 years, yeah. Is he okay?
He's still at the hospital. They're still,
I know.
Monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank God.
The detectives tell Courtney that Toby is in the hospital, but alive. Detectives are usually unaware of how a suspect will react to certain information, so it's often safest to open by easing any worries they may have, and talking in a non-accusatory manner. This makes the suspect feel more relaxed and more likely to open up.
I had just gotten back together. I had broken up with him, and then he came back the last 2 nights, and then to an argument, and I ended up getting scared, and I think that I overreacted, or not overreacted necessarily, but reacted, and I just didn't know exactly what might happen.
Do you guys work here in Miami, or do you guys have your own business?
I do social media, so I'm an influencer, I guess is what call it, yeah, so an influencer.
What do you focus on, like Instagram or social media?
Instagram, LinkedIn.
And what is it that he does?
Stocks and crypto.
Stocks and crypto.
He just has stocks and lots of crypto. We were gonna move into a house. So have an apartment, and then we were like, maybe just move here for a year. And then once we got here, we were like, no, this is dope.
Yeah.
So we have the dog picked out. It's golden retriever. We're gonna name Mello. So we're gonna get a house. So we can have a backyard. Because I have 2 dogs, and then we're gonna have 3. So we're planning on staying here for a while.
The part about this is she talks in the past tense, while at the moment knowing he's still alive. Because talk about how we were gonna have a house, we were gonna do this, we were gonna do that. Even though at the moment he's still alive, she's talking about him in the past tense, for instance. Or what?
Sorry.
Once again, you don't have to apologize.
The detectives can tell Courtney is in a vulnerable state, but at the end of the day, they're there to solve a crime. Courtney's being investigated for stabbing Toby, and the only defense she's given so far is that there was an argument and things got out of hand. If Courtney did in fact do what she's being accused of, being forced to think about her past and future with Toby would really be messing with her emotions, causing her to become more vulnerable and hopefully lead to an easy confession.
Let's start from the start. You guys are supposed to take out your dogs to the park, right? And then what happens after that?
Like I said, a little bit before, I was doing laundry and tried to call my mom. She didn't answer the first time. And then he left. I guess he went to go bike over there. That's just what he said. I don't know if he walked or biked, but he told me he was going to bike first. Like
a bicycle?
Yeah. Okay. And then he came back with a Subway sandwich, and I said something about like, oh, are you gonna like reshare your location with me, like, did you unshare it? And he said, yeah, I unshared it. And I was like, oh, when did you do that? And he goes, the other day, like when you were done with me. And I was like, okay, well, fair enough, like reshare it. And then he told, I mean, it kind of like turned into like a little like argument or something. And then he told me to reshare mine, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will. And then I didn't do it immediately. He asked me about it again, and I don't know what I was thinking, but it just said something about, well, what if I'm somewhere you don't want me to be? Which I wouldn't have been. I love him, but maybe you don't want to know where I am. I guess maybe it'll just like hurt him because he was pressing me. And he ended up pinning me against the wall. I mean, I said like choking me on the floor. It's just like, they were looking at my neck and I was like, I mean, I'm not saying like choking me like, you know, whatever. But I mean, he had my like neck, like, and this happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe and I was on the floor. Yes. I could not breathe. And I don't think that he was trying to kill me, but I was scared. And all 3 times I have been scared. I'm on the floor. And have you been? Get my mom on the phone. So this happened like over by the door and somehow moved like over in the living room. He was standing by the couch, kissing for the kitchen, and I was in the kitchen. And then
I remember this one. She claims to have kung fu knife skills. She says she threw the knife and it perfectly went into his chest. Kung fu fucking style. That always made me laugh when she. That makes me laugh every time I hear that.
He just like, I could see like all the lights in his eyes, and it was like coming at me. And so I grabbed one of these knives. My mom got me for Christmas. I grabbed one of them, and I was like, I swear to God, I swear to God, it was just like I mean I grab and be like, don't come anywhere closer to me, because I mean earlier that was happening 2 other times. I couldn't breathe. I'm sorry, I couldn't breathe, and it's very scary. And I just think like, just like this kind of thing where I was saying like, do you know if he's okay? If he's choking me and he's angry enough, he might like, or, I mean, this is different, I think. But if he's like choking me or like pinning me or something and I can't breathe, he might go too long. So I grab my knife and I said, don't come anywhere closer to me. I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom, and he's coming at me like he's gonna grab either the phone or like the knife or something. And so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer. It's coming at me, and I threw it. And I meant for it to go.
How far away was he?
Well, I was by my fridge, and he was like by the edge of one of the chairs of the sofa. Like
comparing to what
10 feet. I'm trying to think in my head.
To recap, Courtney says that an argument started when the pair had both stopped sharing their phone locations that resulted in him pinning her against the floor and her retaliating by throwing a kitchen knife across the room, piercing him in the chest. Courtney also clearly states that her attack was in self-defense and specifically involved her throwing a knife 10 feet across the apartment that landed perfectly in his chest.
I love that part. It's because there's no way that could happen on pure instinct. There was no way you could perfectly throw a knife 10 feet distance, perfectly land in his chest. I don't care what anyone says. There was no way some random person could do that.
Causing him to bleed out and fear for his life.
So then, you were by the fridge and he was by the couch?
Yes, I was in front of the fridge. He was by the couch.
Yes. And then
behind my island.
And then what kind of movements did he make that at the moment? He was gonna walk
running
up?
At me.
Running? Okay.
Well, charging, aggressively walking, something.
What was he doing? Like, was he doing something with his hands or?
He had his hands up. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Was he yelling at you at the time?
Yes.
Was that at the moment that he was charging you or earlier in one of the arguments?
It was before he choked me. Yes, it was before he choked me.
Okay.
Or whatever. But I swear to God, I was scared. I mean, after like what I was scared. And I was on the phone with my mom and it was still happening.
Yeah.
I was scared.
So you told me that he had you against the wall at one point, right? With his hands over your neck?
Mm-hmm.
And how did you end up from the wall to the ground?
Let me go, and then I started swinging on him because I had been against the wall.
Okay.
I started trying to hit him.
Yeah.
And then he put me on the ground.
He dropped you to the ground.
When I'm trying to remember like a whole situation of where I was very upset about something, which I've learned this in therapy and whatever, it's like write down like all the details so you don't forget. Just like write it all out clearly so it makes sense to you and makes sense to somebody else. But I haven't had a chance to have a pen and paper or my phone to like write down exactly what happened. And I haven't really even like fully thought about it. So honestly my answer is I don't remember.
That's fine. Okay. You guys have a history of violence?
Yeah.
You say you've been together how long, sorry?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Year and a half to 2 years.
So how many incidents you think you've had?
I don't know. But we shouldn't be together.
Have you made a report before?
No.
You've never made a report?
Oh, I did in Dallas actually, about a year ago. And he was detained.
And what happened there?
He had pushed me in the lobby, but it wasn't like a big deal, and they made it a huge deal.
The couple had also been involved in another incident in Las Vegas less than a year earlier. Police were called to their apartment after a loud argument was heard, as well as glasses smashing on the floor and walls. The apartment was trashed when police arrived, and Courtney's story was all over the place.
Why did you call for help?
Because we were getting really loud. We were getting loud. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna like do damage to the room or something. Not damage to each other. Like I really want to like.
Why would you think?
That.
Why would you think that you were gonna do damage to the room?
I like throwing something or like.
Did you throw something?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Did anybody throw anything?
No.
So why would you think that there is damage to the room to be made?
Because I've done that before in our house, and I.
What have you done?
Thrown them.
That's the stupidest thing to call 911. We're talking very loudly. Better call 911.
Glass and plate.
Did you throw a glass or a plate to the team today?
No.
Okay. So
no, this is before.
Okay. So when I go to the room and I see a broken glass on the floor, where did the glass come from?
I don't know. I literally couldn't even remember how the fight started.
Okay. Well.
Was there?
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing that I threw a glass, but that sounds like me. So.
Courtney was brought to jail and held for 12 hours overnight, but Toby refused to press charges and advocated heavily for release. This may seem like nothing, but police did conclude that Courtney had attacked him that night by throwing a glass at his head. If nothing else, it proves that Courtney was capable of attacking Toby unprovoked and opens up an entirely new avenue for this investigation. However, it also turns out that police had been in contact with the couple more recently. In fact, they'd actually been called by security to their apartment the day before the attack.
But the cops have been up there one other time yesterday for absolutely no reason. Absolutely none. They harassed not the police, but security guards from the office, like young security guards. Came up for no reason. bothered him, bothered me.
The cops were called, however, and captured an entire exchange on body cams, providing a stark contrast to the story that Courtney gave here.
You call.
I didn't. Nobody.
I call. You call.
What?
What's going on? What's going on? Okay, hold on, man. Let him talk.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. The front desk personnel, she informed us that Miss Courtney, her boyfriend, was trying to get into the elevator. And she had her hand out like this. And she was like, oh no, don't come inside the elevator.
Okay.
So we asked her, I said, do you want him to leave the property? She said no, she don't want him to.
I did not say that. I said yes.
Hold on.
Courtney, what's going on? What do you need? What?
Yeah, good.
My boyfriend.
All right. So what do you want to see?
I want a restraining order against Christian Rubinselli.
We don't issue those.
Because, no, I'm serious. Can I do that? Where
can I go to court? You have to go to downtown.
How can I make myself first?
Courtney is obviously extremely panicked in this footage and seems less concerned about any possible that she may have been sustaining and more worried about getting a restraining order before Toby can. It's also important to note that the building's security noticed her pushing Toby out of the elevator and screaming at him and mentioned absolutely no aggression coming from him. As the evidence mounts up, it's starting to get increasingly more likely that Courtney's whole self-defense story might be straying slightly away from the truth. But as is almost always the case in situations like these, everything is still hearsay, and officially debunking her claims is going to be a challenge for the detectives. But after leaving her alone for almost an hour and letting her change clothes, they return to the interrogation room with some more news for her.
So you're living in a nightmare right now?
Yes.
You know?
I will feel so much better once they just say he's stable.
Yeah,
and I've been asking so much.
That's what we're waiting for.
I mean, I feel like at the end, I mean, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me.
So they've asked for an update, and I asked them for an update as well, so they're checking to see what's going on. Because they're
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I will do with myself if he's not okay.
No matter what.
I mean, I clearly we can't be together.
No matter what happens, no matter where this falls, right? It's out of our control.
So we have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. There's no way. Christian died? Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Sure.
This is the most... Maybe. I'm just being but this reaction to her, from her, saying when she finds out he's dead, is fucking hilarious to me. It is so ridiculous of a reaction because there's no actual emotion from her.
Yeah.
Relax. You'll be fine.
No.
Calm down. Calm down. Take deep breaths.
I need to hug my mom. I cannot be left alone in like a room by myself.
You won't be.
After this. No, that's not true. That's not real, right?
It is real.
Christian is dead.
Yes. They're not gonna lie.
The last thing he ate was Subway. What I was saying to that other room, I said, God forbid, when like from far away, what if it had accidentally hit a little bit lower and he died?
So we can't change what's occurred and get him before. So just step by step. So you'll get through this, all right?
It's easy to tell by the detectives' reactions that they're fairly convinced what happened was indeed self-defense. In fact, one of them was even talking earlier about how he's sure she'd be allowed home that night and that everything was going to be fine. So it obviously wasn't hard for her lawyer to convince them officially that she wasn't guilty and she was let off without any charges. But remember, The detectives weren't aware of any of the evidence mentioned so far. All they know is what Courtney told them. So as time went on, evidence started to mount up, and the Abumseli's case was starting to become stronger and stronger. The body cam videos started to become publicly available, and the true nature of her previous arrests came to light. There were also unflattering videos such as this one showing her drunk in public just days after her release.
Yeah, and they're seeking justice.
Sir?
Yeah,
What?
let's all videotape her. Right now, you should go. Yeah, you should go. Because you just know her boyfriend. Yeah, you did. Yeah, and yeah. Yeah, okay, cool.
Sure, people make mistakes and drink too much. But when you're seen acting like this in public just days after bawling your eyes out in an interrogation room, you don't exactly get painted in the best light. Just days later, footage secretly recorded by Toby was found on his phone displaying Courtney violently screaming at him, using aggressive language, hitting him across the face, and using racial slurs.
You literally talked to her without telling me! Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a Yes, thank you. Coming from Courtney, thank you. I want you to get away from me!
So due to this and many other accounts stating that Courtney was well and truly the one, she was officially taken to court by Toby's family. This is where the final nail in the coffin was delivered by a medical examiner who'd observed Toby's body and come to a conclusion.
Now, based on the information you received that the defendant was alleged to have thrown this knife, do your observations support that?
If the person who supposedly did this is an expert knife thrower, and the knife is the type of knife that you can throw, I guess that could have happened.
Did you receive any information that the defendant was a knife thrower?
No.
So based on that fact that you did not receive that information, would it support that?
No.
And what would you expect to see a knife do if someone just flung it at somebody?
It would just hit the body and bounce off.
Now, as a result of this case, did you come to a cause, or did you make a determination as to the cause and manner of death?
Yes.
Could you please explain those to the court?
The cause of death was stab wound of right subclavian artery. The manner of death was homicide.
As of April 2023, Courtney is currently awaiting what's become one of the most anticipated trials in modern history. She faces life in prison on account of second-degree murder with all of the evidence stacked against her. It's not looking good for her as we prepare to see if she'll be spending the rest of her life behind bars.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all for the next one.